For today's training, we are going to be talking about private label rights product setup. Basically, we're going to go over the step-by-step process live from taking a product from, basically how you bought it as a private label rights product, and we're going to take you through the entire process to get that product set up and on the internet so you can start making money. Because we all know if a product's not online, it obviously can't make us any money. So this should help kind of, just kind of bring home a lot of those concepts that, because most of us have private label rights content on our computers already. And so this training is really going to help you learn how to bring that product onto the internet so that you can start making money with it. So here's the basic process that I just want to start with first before, I jump into the video training. Basically, we're going to talk about, you first want to have a squeeze page, and you don't have to have the squeeze page. That is an optional step. You could just have, have them go straight to the sales page. The recommendation is, obviously for you to list build. If you're going to be spending time getting lots of traffic, building up a customer list that you can email your promotional offers to is obviously the most important thing to do. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So squeeze page for opt-in. We're going to also have a thank you page, a confirmation page, for the free offer, followed with a follow-up series with links to the sales page. The follow-up series could be like an email series, to pre-sell people once they get onto your squeeze page. And then those would lead people to your sales page. From there to your one-time offer, if you have one. You don't have to have a one-time offer. In fact, for this one, we're not going to even worry about setting up a one-time offer. We're just going to worry about getting the squeeze page set up, getting the sales page set up, and all the download pages so that you can start making money with it. Followed from there, then you're going to have more follow-up emails, for your customers after they buy. Maybe you can offer them related products, or down the road you could offer a service related to that product and things like that. So, but in a nutshell, the main process is get them on a squeeze page. From there, you want to get them over to your sales page as soon as you can in the process so that they could potentially invest in the program that you are selling. There are a few resources you're going to need to make this happen. The first one is FileZilla, and many people out there probably already know about this tool, but it is a free FTP software program that works for both PCs and Mac computers, so both computers are compatible. And what it does, it basically allows you to get files that you work on from your computer onto your hosting account. So like your sales page files, all those files that you get when you get a private label rights product, this is going to take you, basically and help you get that live and onto your website. The resources needed, you are going to need an HTML editor. So you will definitely need a HTML editor to make this work, and a great free one is actually called Composer, and Composer spelled with a K. That is Kompozer. That is composer.net. You can go to composer.net and actually download this for free. And again, this one works for both Windows and Mac computers. So PC and Macs are both compatible with Composer. Another fabulous tool for you to look at. The next offer that you have, or service that you're going to want to look into, is Aweber. And Aweber is basically an autoresponder service. Aweber allows you to automatically deliver your download page files to your customers. It allows you to store your customer information. It allows you to build up that all-important mailing list so that you can make money with your private label rights product. So it's very, very important that you do consider setting up your autoresponder, and far and above the most popular one, reliable, all that stuff is Aweber, and that's why a lot of people recommend it. And more than likely, not all PLR products will have this, but some will. Some PLR products are going to come complete with a professionally written sales page. They'll have a squeeze page, they'll have a download page, they'll even have a thank you page ready to go. Some may just include a sales page and that's it. Some might give you a sales page and a squeeze page and make you create your own download page. So every PLR offer is going to be slightly different, but the basics is they will give you some sort of tools that you can use. some higher end private label rights products and courses, they are going to give you oftentimes like some pre-written follow-up email messages. It doesn't have to be 7, but that was just something we decided to put in here. It could be 5 follow-up messages, it could be 2 follow-up messages, and if they don't have it, it is something you're definitely going to want to consider writing yourself, because it can add a lot to your sales on the back end. And more than likely, like this would be an example PLR product, is you have like a 10 module rebranded, basically step by step technical course. So basically, you could get a course in just raw video format. And for this example, we're actually going to be showing how to set up a video private label rights product, but we're also going to touch very briefly on if you had just an ebook that you were selling as well. And because there's so much different PLR out there nowadays, with new technologies, more and more people are releasing video products and selling private label rights to them. So if you happen to have video PLR, this is going to show you how to utilize it. And again, we're going to have a 10 module rebranded step-by-step video technical training course. You're also going to find with certain offers, especially if it's a video offer using PowerPoints, they may even include the PowerPoint source files so that you could convert them to like PDFs and stuff and give those to your customers. They might give you mind maps with them. Every PLR product is going to be slightly different, but just wanted to let you know some of the certain elements you may find in your package. Most of the time, you're just going to find like your videos and your sales page, but for higher end products, you'll find everything: sales page, download page, thank you page. So just want to make sure you're fully aware of that. So now I'm actually going to go ahead and get started. We're actually going to set up a brand new private label rights package from start to finish. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead through the process of setting up our own private label rights product. So what we need to do is go to a folder on our computer. I'm just going to pull up a folder where basically, if I had invested in a private label rights product, this is where I would go. Basically this is what it would look like, all the content that I would be receiving. More than likely, you'd have a separate folder for your video content, for example. Most video private label rights products are going to look like this. For example, they're going to have like an MP4 file. It'll have an HTML document. And in case you're wondering, in case you're confused about this, with video private label rights, all you need to click on is the HTML file, which is just an Internet Explorer or a Firefox file, that you can open up in your favorite browser, and you can watch it through your computer. That's really all you have to do. A lot of people get confused and they start clicking on the video or they start clicking on all these. But when you do see this, if you were to invest in a PLR video course, it is going to be like the HTML file. So just wanted to show you that. So you've got like your product files, you'll have like your squeeze page templates, and all that good stuff. Now, obviously, everybody probably knows what a PDF looks like, but this is, a PDF. So this will be for the example when we talk about if you were to sell like an ebook, as an example. Because some people grab private label rights to ebooks, which is great. Some people actually combine an ebook PLR with a video PLR to make a great package, and that's another very, very good option. So I just wanted to show you what your download, what your files will look like once you download them. Now for this example, this course here, I'm just taking one video PLR. Now a lot of video courses out there are going to come with 5 to 10 videos that you can use. Some might even have 20 short little videos, 5 minutes each. Every video course is going to be put together slightly different. But for this particular example, we're just going to use one video course, and then you could obviously, will understand at that point the concept as to how to make it live and how to add more videos. So without, going through more of this, I'm going to jump in now and actually start setting this up. And I'm going to start by showing you one of the first things you're going to need. And that is, you're actually going to need a domain name, because you need somewhere to put your files. You need somewhere to be able to host your website. And we're just going to go and I'm going to show you a couple of resources for getting a domain name. Now again, for those that are brand new, your domain name is it's like your address, your address of where you live, your physical address, things like that. It's how people are going to find you online. So this is how people are going to find you for your particular product. So you need to think of some sort of name related to your product. You might want to consider whatever the course happens to be about. You really might want to focus in on putting together some some really good training, depending on what your course is about, put together a really good name that you can come up with, and use GoDaddy. So you might want to come in here and you can type in some different options. Let's say you have a course on affiliate marketing. You could say affiliate marketing today, affiliate marketing unleashed. You could do different things like that, then run a search on it. We're not actually going to buy a domain right here, but I just wanted to show you the basic process to get it, to basically find some domains. GoDaddy is a great spot to go. Another good option is Namecheap, namecheap.com. That is another great one. GoDaddy.com or Namecheap, very reliable companies to basically allow you to register your own domain names. Now, if you are here and you have a private label rights product and you do want to get it online, you are going to need web hosting. So not only do you need a domain, but you will need web hosting. Most people listening to this already know this, or you already have these things in place, which is outstanding. And that's why I'm not going to jump into tons of detail on these steps, but I did want you to understand that you will need these things, just in case you're wondering. So here's HostGator. They are a very reliable web hosting company, rather inexpensive actually. They have several different hosting packages. They have three really good ones. They have a hatchling plan, which is for a single domain, a baby plan, and a business plan. Most people are either going to have the baby plan or the business plan. And the baby plan could actually be purchased monthly at just $9.95 a month. So extremely inexpensive. Your domain's going to cost you anywhere from $8 to $10 or $11. So between the two things, your first month you're looking at about $20. Less than taking family out to eat even at a fast food restaurant nowadays with how prices are. So rather very very inexpensive to get this new little venture online with your private label rights. So that's your hosting and your domain. You probably already have that, so we're just going to jump in and we're going to actually finish, go through the steps of setting up our going up and setting up our website. Now remember those tools I mentioned. There are those two tools that you are going to need. One is Composer, found at composer.net, and the other one is FileZilla. So you'll just want to go to composer.net. You could also go to Google and type this in and just click on download. And if you've downloaded anything from the internet, it's going to be the exact same process. And you're just going to want to open it up on your computer once you have gone through the process of downloading it. So that is Composer. One other file that you do, or service that you will need here, because we're going to need to get our files on the internet, and let's type that in correctly, and that is FileZilla. FileZilla. So if you go to Google, type in FileZilla, just like you see on your screen here, and you just follow their steps to download FileZilla. And this is a free software. You noticed a Windows, they even have a Linux version and a Mac version. So they're very compatible with many computers. This allows you to get your files from your computer to your hosting company, and we'll be showing you how to use this tool. But remember, you will need these two things to really make this happen. Now what I'm going to do here is take you back over to the listing of private label rights, or the files that you got with your product. In most cases, you're at very minimum going to have a sales page. So I'm just going to show you that as an example. A lot of times they're going to come through as a zipped up file. So if you are on a Windows computer, to unzip them, all you have to do is right click and choose extract all. That's just right click and choose extract all. Very simple process to do that. Now what you're going to do here is open up your Composer once you've unzipped like your sales page, because we want to start with our sales page and our squeeze page. We want to start modifying those so that we can go ahead and start getting all of our content posted and on the internet. So you're just going to open up your Composer, and they make it very simple. By just clicking open a local file, you can actually browse on your computer for a file, for the file that you might be looking for. So if I were to browse through my computer as if like I was attaching a picture to an email, anything like that you've done, I'm just browsing around for the sales page file that I want to work with, and all I'm going to do is just click on this index file here, And you'll notice here is a pre-formatted sales page all ready to go that I could actually come in here and modify in order to get this product live and on the internet. So it's so important that you do, do some modification on here because you're going to want to add your own pictures in. You're going to want to add different things like that, in here. So if you want to come on it over here, you don't have to add your picture, but you could. Um, and there's certain elements too. You may not have, like for example, there's not a daily sales snapshot because you're brand new maybe. You just want to get your product on the internet. You don't have to worry about these, about this stuff, but at least you want to put your name and picture, so people can see who you are and that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and grab a picture from our computer that we could actually use. So I'm gonna just grab a picture and we'll just come over here. That's a good looking picture, so let's just copy that one. And I'm just going to copy it and move it to the folder that I'm working from. So I'm just going to move it to the folder that I'm working in. And I'm working in the sales page. So we're just going to go to images and add this in here. And now we're going to come over here, put our cursor where we want our picture to show up, whether we want it to be on the left or right. The great thing about Composer is you can center justify, left justify, do all that kind of stuff. So we're just going to go ahead and left justify that picture. And I'm going to select Insert and Image. Insert Image, or another option with Composer is I could just click on the image right here. And again, we're just going to browse on our computer by clicking on that folder. And let's just go ahead and pull this up. So let's go to our documents. And there's our picture. And we're just going to choose don't use alternate text for this example. And go ahead and select OK. Now that picture here came in quite large. And of course we're not going to use a picture that large. And just to make sure we're clear on this too, you're probably not going to want to use a picture of an animal here, but this is just going to be like a picture of you, and that's just what I wanted to show you for this particular example here. So you're just going to come on in here, and it is a cute little koala bear, so it may help with sales, who knows. But you can put this in here, and then just do a space and put your name in there. So we'll just say John Smith or something like that. John Smith, entrepreneur. We'll say that because that's what you are. And you can go through here and format this font if you want so that it matches up with everything else that's there. So we'll just make it like an Arial font. And if you want to size your font down, you can either hit the up arrow or down arrow. And I recommend if you are starting out here that you do play around with some of the features in Composer just to kind of understand it. If you can, if you can work with Microsoft Word or with regular email programs, then you'll have no problem at all working with Composer because they make it very simple for you to work with these things. Like for example, let's say I wanted to bold the picture and go ahead and bold this my name here, not bold the picture, but bold my name. Then you could go ahead and just click on that B, and make it bold. You could even italicize it so it kind of comes through slanted. And there you go. So now you've got your picture and you've got your name on there. And that's one of the minimum things you're going to want to add to a PLR sales package. Now you could go into things, and have header graphics designed. You could have full suite of e-cover graphics created. You can do all those things, and it is recommended that you do that stuff at some point. You can outsource that through multiple outsourcing sites, but for this example, the nuts and bolts here thing, and your top priority should be to get this product on the internet. So you want to do the bare minimum at least to get it online, and that's at least put your picture and your name on there just to kind of personalize the page a little bit more. Maybe modify the text at all. Like if I wanted to change anything, I can just highlight it right here. Now this is not going to be full-fledged Composer course, but I just wanted to show you some of the basic things you are going to want to modify to at least make things look good. Now, if you are going to, some sales pages with PLR will have testimonials in there, and you'll want to actually have your own testimonials just to be safe with FTC, FTC compliance, basically with the FTC is the Federal Trade Commission, and you just want to be compliant with their testimonials. And so it's best if you use your own testimonials. So if you do not have any testimonials, you're going to be better off to either to not use them than to use ones that are made up, or to use ones that, that's just not ethical at all. So it's not recommended that you do that. So if there is a testimonial spot and you don't have any yet, just feel free to remove those. Or you could actually give your course away for free for some family members, or cousins, aunts, uncles, different things like that. Maybe good friends of yours, or just regular friends, acquaintances, business associates, things like that. Let them have a review copy of your training, and tell them that you want their honest feedback, and tell them to be honest. Don't tell them just to sugarcoat it, but tell them to be honest about what they think. Is it good training? And then you can pick some of those to use, and that's a good way to get some real testimonials on there. Yes, you're talking to friends or family, but at least you're getting testimonials from other sources, and you do want them to give their honest opinion so that it looks more realistic for you. But that's a good way to get testimonials if you don't have them. But we're just going to go ahead and delete that because we're not going to use those for now. And you can just continue scrolling down here. Just continue scrolling down here, and this is a pretty good pre-done sales page here. And you may not have a success story yet. You may want to add some personalization things, like add your story. Add your story here. Like for this particular sales page, there is a story already on there, and you can modify the story to make it fit your own story. Like if it's a story talking about how, hey, I was getting tired of working my job and not getting extra income. I got tired of living paycheck to paycheck. Maybe the story says that, but maybe you have a different spin on it that personalizes it to you. This is your time to go in here and edit it. And the great thing about Composer is that you don't need to know HTML to make edits and things like that. All you have to do, point your mouse, make your changes as you see fit. So that's how you get, your sales page all set up for you. So we're just going through here, just going through this process and browsing through the sales page. So this is, the name of that product's there. And again, if you are going to be doing PLR, it is recommended that you do try to come up with a different course name that you are going to want to sell it from. So you might want to have a completely different name, already made up for the course before you start doing the sales page. So that way, you at least know, that you have a good pre-formatted, a good product with your picture on the sales page with a different name, so it is going to stand out from the crowd, so that everybody's not going to think it's the exact same product. Now there are certain things here, if you had e-cover graphics created, you could throw those in by just going to image and finding the e-cover graphics. So you don't want to worry, if you don't have that right away, that's fine. At least you're getting your product done. That's the most important thing, is to be taking action and getting this out there. If the font for some reason is not, displaying how you want it to, you can just come in here, format, choose format font, and you could try to change it from in here. Notice how simple that was. It's just a matter of highlighting the spot you want to change and then selecting font and fixing that. So, this is a very important process to any PLR product, is to make minor modifications to the sales page. Notice I'm not doing major major serious adjustments here. I'm just tweaking things. I'm cleaning things up a little bit, just basically making them look a little more sellable. So I'm just going to show you this one more time. So just go to Format, Font, and then just pick your font right there. So you're just going through here making your sales page look more presentable, making it fit your style more, and things like that. Because with any PLR product, you are going to want to, fix some things and make it your own style. So you can come in here, what's the cost? You can change it. Maybe your refund guarantee is only 30 days. So let's say we just want to change that to 30 days instead of 6 weeks. My 30-day full money back guarantee, and you want to bold that. Okay, yes, you have your guarantee, and then you could change your product name. And some PLR products will, give you a spot to add in bonuses. So if you wanted to add in your bonus, you could do that. You could go ahead and do that. So we'll just put that in here. Let's just make up a course, your first $1,000 online ebook. And you could do bold here. And then delete, any part. Some PLR packages will already give you like pre-filled templates, kind of like this one is here. Some may not give you anything to check out, so that you might need to really read it thoroughly, so that everything looks good to your liking. But you can come in here and talk about it. This is a great bonus valued at $47. Step by step ebook reveals how to make your first or next $1,000 online. I'm just making, some minor adjustments here. Alright, so we'll just go to format and we're going to make that Arial, and you could add in as many bonuses as you want. So you could go on here, and if for some reason you don't, have a bonus, then of course you could just take that part out. If you don't have testimonials yet because you are brand new, that's fine. It's better to, again, not have testimonials than it is to have fake testimonials, because that will end up getting you, hurt in the end. So now let's just go ahead and scroll down here. And we're now at a spot um, where you could actually add in more value if you wanted to, or you could just go through the process and get ready to link up the order now button. So once you reach this point, you're at a spot where you could either add more value if you wanted to or not. Now for this example, just for time's sake, we're just going to go ahead and just kind of leave it as is. So we're just going to say, John Smith, and you could add in your picture again if you wanted to. This part right here, you could put in your business name. And as far as privacy terms, earnings disclaimer, you're definitely going to want some of these kind of forms. It is recommended that you look for forms, online related to, maybe look for earnings disclaimer templates. But just be careful, because, there are, you definitely want to try to get information from a lawyer if you can, because it's gonna be your safest bet. But you can find templates out there. You can look for other websites in your niche and get an idea of what they're using. You don't want to copy directly, but you will need to make sure you've got all these all ready to go on your sales page. So at this point, you've got your sales page all queued up here, and everything should be looking good. You've done some edits on it. So we're just going to go ahead and save that. And one other change that you do want to make is right in here in the source section. If you scroll all the way to the top of your sales page, you're going to see an area that'll say, like, title tag up there. You'll notice it'll say title, like right here near the top. This is where you want to put in keywords related to your product. This is how the search engines can possibly find this page, and it can bring you additional traffic, from work you're using, like videos or articles and all that kind of stuff. So you do want to modify, with any PLR product, modify the title tags to include keywords related to your product. So if it's an affiliate marketing course, you could do like affiliate marketing training. You could do, earn money online video course. You could do the name, your name of the course out there, which is good for branding and things like that. But just do something in the title section so that it can get picked up in the search engines. That's another, benefit that you could add in here. So again, you're just going to save that when you're done. And now we're going to go ahead and open up our squeeze page. We're going to make a few edits on our squeeze page, and then we're going to worry about our download page. And from there, then we're going to, go ahead and get our sales page, and then we'll work on getting all our files loaded up to the server, and we'll add on our payment button, and we'll be all good to go. So let's go here to our squeeze page file now. And again, not every private label rights product is going to come with the squeeze page. Like I said, most of them may just come with the sales letter and that's it. So, if you don't have a squeeze page, then it's definitely recommended that you do some research and try to get one set up. But you could use Composer, with the squeeze page as well. And so let's just come down here. And this squeeze page here, basically allows you to, it's done a very good job here with this particular product of highlighting certain areas that you could change here. So send me um, my free report or my free video trainings, and we'll just say free report here for this example. And because I'm entering my first name and email, then you are going to want to add a subscriber box, and I'll show you how to go ahead and set that up because we are going to want to set this up, within Aweber. You can add your picture in here or your product image. So just come up here, put your mouse wherever you want it, basically to show up within reason, and go ahead and find it here. Now, if you wanted to add your name in there, you could do that. And then you could just italicize it and make all the changes you want there. Okay, so that's the basic process with the squeeze page, just like the sales page. That you could add in your product description here, how this special report. Okay, so I'm just making changes here to the squeeze page just like we did with the sales page, and then you can put in your business name here. You'll want to attach your legal disclaimer forms as you've done some research on them right on there. And the next thing we need to do now is, so we've got our sales page working, but we need to get our subscriber box onto this squeeze page here, so that we can go ahead and get opt-in subscribers. And many PLR products nowadays that you get already come with a giveaway with the squeeze page, but if they don't, you can easily go out to Google and look up PLR products related to what your main product is that you just bought, and you can get some inexpensive ones that already come with squeeze pages. So you can do your research. If you get one in the weight loss niche, you could go out and do weight loss PLR squeeze page or weight loss PLR or something like that, and you'll basically get something that you could import into Composer, do some work on, and get it live, and on the internet for yourself so that you could list build. So now we need to actually go out to Aweber. So I'm going to go to my web browser here, and we need to go to Aweber and actually go ahead and grab our code for our list. And I'll show you quickly how to set up your list within Aweber real briefly here. Now what you're going to do here is come on over and go to create and manage list, and you're just going to want to create a new list, and we'll call this, for list name, you definitely want to put in a certain list name so you know what website it's for. So we'll just call this PLR Setup Example for our list name, and we'll just give it a description. And of course yours would be what the name of your product is, and we'll put in your name here. And then we'll just scroll down and you could put in your company information if you had it. And if not, it's not a huge deal. And we'll go ahead and go to step 2 and choose confirmed opt-in. And this is basically the message that they would get after they've opted in for your free offer. So you can come on in here and choose the message. So let's go with response required. And you can do a short little message here for your introduction. Um, Thank you for your interest in our free money making report. Please confirm by clicking on the link below to get access to the free content. And basically, you're just doing a short message that it would encourage them, just to click on the link. So we're just briefly setting up for Aweber here, and you can close out your message here. And then you're going to come on down here and you're going to eventually come back here. We're going to add in a success page. For now, we'll just keep this blank so that once they confirm, it's just going to take them to a blank Aweber page, and they'll automatically be emailed their free content plus start getting into the follow-up sequence. But we're just here quickly to set up, just to grab our web form, and we'll worry about setting up this other stuff later here. So let's just go ahead and go to web forms now, because we need to grab our Aweber web form. And we're just going to choose create web form. Now what you want to do here is come on over and just pull up any old web form that you could actually use. So let's just go with a very basic one, or let's just go with this one right here. It's got an arrow, it's got a sign up now template, or we could go with a more generic one like this one here. And you just want to browse through their different templates, highlight one you want to work with, and then choose load template, and that's just going to go ahead and load it up for you. And if there's a spot that you don't want to include, like let's say you don't want to include powered by Aweber, you could just highlight it and click on that X to get rid of that section. We respect your email privacy. This is always good. It kind of puts people at ease, and this links them, to a new window that basically talks about privacy and how you're not going to turn around and sell their information over and over and things like that. So that can actually help you as far as opt-ins go. Now right here you could actually change some of the text. Some buttons allow you to change the text on them within Aweber. So we're just going to select edit here, and instead of the word submit, we're going to go ahead and go with the word like download free, let's just say download free report, because call to actions like that sometimes will get people, get you a little better response as far as people opting in and things like that. So you've got a sharp looking form here. Now just go to step 2, and you're going to want to name your form. So you can just name it your website. We'll just call this PLR Setup Example 1. And for the thank you page, you have several options. The thank you page is basically a page that's going to ask you, that's going to ask people if they that they tell people that they need to confirm their name and information in order to get access to the free report. And some PLR products will offer it, some won't. When you are starting out, you can get by with the basic version. They also have a smart video version that works pretty well. That basically once they put in their name and email, the smart video version will actually play a short video. Hey, make sure that you go to your inbox and you click on the response required email, and click on the confirmation link in order to get whatever you signed up for. So the smart video version works fine. You can get that from the scroll down menu, and this is the form or page they go to as soon as they put in their information. Now for this PLR product we do have one, but I do want to show you these options right now, and we'll add the other one in a little bit because we just need to be able to grab our code right now. So we're just going to choose save web form, and now you're at the publish phase. So it's a 3-step process. You design it, your form, you do the settings on it, and you customize it, customize your web form properties, and then you publish it to get it on your website. And to install your form, you just need to go to I will install my form, and there's two different kinds of code that you could actually access. One is HTML code, another one is JavaScript coding, and the JavaScript coding seems to give you it's just a lot easier to work with. There's so much content here that you need to copy and paste in with this other one, but as far as as far as it being simple to to be able to find the content and to be able to easily put in your form, JavaScript's typically going to be the best. So you just need to click on it a couple times or once, and you can right click and choose copy. So again, I right click on my mouse and I'm going to select copy. And what I'm going to do now is go on over here to Composer, and we're going to insert this into our form right in this section, into our squeeze page here. And so in order to do that, you need to go to the source section, just like you went to when you're dealing with titles and things like that. So we're going to go to the source section, and we just want to look for an area of the template where it'll say add subscriber box here. Some PLR templates that you might get if you got a squeeze page template, you might need to do a search by hitting Control F and doing a search for like Aweber. Or for this example, I believe the phrasing was opt-in form. Let's just double check. Add subscriber box. So I just hit Control F. Control F as in Frank, and we're gonna just look for the phrasing we're looking for. So there it is. Add subscriber box here. So all you need to do now is just go ahead and insert your content here. So right here, where it's already centered on there, you're just going to paste it in there. And on your first go about, you might need to do, play around with this some to make sure it's going to display correctly and things like that. It might take a few tries before it actually looks right. And so you'll notice here, especially when you're dealing with JavaScript, it's going to say script. Right there. It's actually going to tell you that this is a script, JavaScript, and that's fine because that's exactly what it is. So let's come on in here, and we want to go ahead now and go ahead and delete what we have there as far as the content there. Add subscriber box. We don't need that anymore. And then let's come on in here, and you'll notice here it should look a lot smoother now. So now it's just going to say script up there, and now we can save our squeeze page right here. So we can go ahead and save our squeeze page, or you can go up here to where it says source file, and you can scroll all the way up here and go to the title section and do something related to this. So if you're giving away an affiliate ebook, you could say affiliate marketing training ebook, something like that. You could use your name up in the title tag as well, but just want to use some good solid keyword phrases so that it can help you actually get some additional traffic through search engines. And if there's more bullets that you want to add, you can always do that from this section, so you all know that process. So that's getting your squeeze page set up. So now you've got your squeeze page with your form, you got your sales page ready to go. You're just going to need to get like your download page working so that you can actually link up your sales page. You're going to need to work link up the buy now button on your sales page. So we're getting closer to the process now. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and pull up our download page and do some editing on that. And then we need to start uploading our actual product files so that we can add additional content to the product download pages. So let's just go ahead and go to open here, and we want to look for inside here download pages, and we're going to work with our sales page download page. So here is like our sales page download page. And I'm just basically highlighting text that I want to move and just putting it where in certain areas that I want to put it. So just highlighting it again, and then come up here and I can right justify, center justify, left justify, or center, which is what it's at right now. So I'm just highlighting that text just to clean it up a little bit. Your download page, you may or may not get a download page like this, for your sales page. But some of them will already come pre-filled out kind of like this, so it's going to be very easy. This is a good spot if you have an additional bonus, like if you have some additional PLR products you want to add. Maybe you're an affiliate for a related product. It's a great spot to put in like an affiliate banner to possibly get more people, to sign up and opt in for you. So it's a really good opportunity there. But we're not going to worry about using that as much. Now down here you can change, your business name to relate to the year you're working in. You've got your legal templates just to be protected and all that stuff. Now right here, this particular course here was a 12-part course. All your course is going to be different. It could be 20 short videos. It could be 10 short videos. It could be a variety of different things. So we need to actually go through the steps here to get our video linked up. So what we need to do here, is now we've got our download page up. We've done a few tweaks on it. You can just put in your product name here. And now we just need to go ahead and upload our actual video content so that we can actually link it up on our page. And I'll show you two different ways that you can deliver video content. One is to stream it so that your customers can actually watch it just straight from their download pages. Or the other option is for them to download it, so that they could actually watch it on their computer by clicking on that HTML file as you were shown previously. So we need to go over to FileZilla now, and we need to actually open up the file where our actual video content is located. So we've got our getting started video right here, and what we're going to do is upload two versions. We're going to have a zipped up zip version, and we're going to have a watch online version. So the first thing here is you need to open up your FileZilla, which is that FTP program that we recommended you set up. When you first open up FileZilla, there's going to be a couple of things that you need to set up first. The first one is you need to come over here right below File, and you need to just come on in here and put in the host name, which is typically going to be your domain or like the main domain on your particular hosting account. And you need to choose File Transfer Protocol, or FTP, for that. And the logon type is going to be normal. And you need to just put in your username and your password that you were actually given from your hosting company. So if you have questions on that information, your hosting company can help you out. And once you do that, just click on Connect. And so what will happen is the next time you are logged in, open up FileZilla, all you have to do is just click on this little arrow up here and select your website, and it's going to start automatically log you in and all that stuff. So what you're going to do is come down here to where it says public HTML, and let me just be real clear on some things here. The left hand side are files on your computer. These are the sales page files that we've been working on, the squeeze page, all that kind of stuff. So we've got your sales page, your files on your computer, like your video files, your PDFs, all that stuff that you're going to be selling and need people to download. We need to move that stuff from our computer up to the hosting account right now. So we're going to actually go through here. Left side is our computer, right side is your hosting. Now we need to navigate to where we're going to upload this content to, and public HTML is going to be the folder where you do most of your activity in. It's going to be called public HTML. Public HTML. Now inside here, depending on how your hosting is set up and depending on how many domain names you have, if this is your first domain, then if you're using the main host like Bluehost or HostGator that was recommended today, then what you're going to do is actually just upload your main directory that you see is going to be where most of your content is going to be located. If you have another website that you've installed on your hosting just for this domain, you're going to be scrolling down, in through here to find that additional domain. It'll show up here, whatever your domain name is, .com. It might be affiliate marketing unleashed.com or something like that. And so I'm just going to create a separate folder, and we're just going to call this, PLR setup, just so you guys can see, what it's going to look like inside that folder. Like, let's say I bought the domain called PLR setup. That's how it would look, to me once I log in. So you're just going to double click on that folder, and inside, obviously you'll have like an empty type directory. It'll be empty with nothing in there. So now we need to actually work on getting our video files uploaded in our actual content there. So typically for handling downloads like this when it comes to video content is I'll put the video downloads into like a separate folder. So you can right click and choose create directory. That just creates a separate folder. And we'll call it something like videos, or you could say DL videos, something like that, like download videos. And so we're just going to open up that folder, and on our files here we need to actually upload our actual content here. Now there's two separate files, two different ways that you're going to need to upload your videos here. The first one is in zipped up format if you want your customers to be able to watch just the files on their computer instead of streaming them from your server. Now for this example, we're going to do it both ways. So I'm going to show you how to upload the first one, which is just, the basic zip file, which in most PLR video courses, for example, or even in the case of a, like a PDF that maybe you don't edit at all, you're just going to upload it, straight out of the box. Otherwise, if you make edits to it, which you still can with PLR videos and ebooks, then you would upload the edited version, so make sure you're doing that if you've made changes to the actual content itself. So you're just going to right click on the file you want to upload, right click and choose upload. And this will take a little while because it is a rather large file. So we're just going to, while this uploads, we're going to go ahead and work on another part of the process here. So back to our download page, while this is actually loading up here, there's a few things that we need to do here. How to okay, below you'll find your download links. You can put in your product name here. So we'll just call this affiliate marketing video training series, and this could be dog training video series, weight loss video training series. The sky's the limit. You can change this however you want. One thing I do want to mention is when it comes to download pages and things like that, you don't want to worry so much about title tags and things of that nature, because that is not going to be as important, because you do not want your download pages to be found in the search engines. So you definitely do not want that to happen. Now, one thing I do want to also point out here is the file name here. So we're going to actually save what we have here, and we're going to go to File and choose Save As, because we want to name our download page something special, unique, so that people don't necessarily guess what it is. So a lot of times you could do something like DL underscore, DL stands for download, and then you could put some numbers. We'll just make it simple, do 1 2 3 4, and you could do some numbers and letters. You could do an initial, you could do call it the name of the product, whatever you want to do. But if you do something like that, it's not going to make it as simple to guess as like download page.html. I don't recommend that at all, because then people are just going to find out what you're offering. So we're just going to go DL underscore 1234.html. So we're just going to save that as it is there, and this is going to be our new download page. So our download page, and I'm going to pull up a notepad file here, because we do want to do a little bit of work here with like a notepad file. So we'll go to accessories and pick notepad, and in notepad we need to do a couple things. It's going to be for your example here, it's going to be yourdomain.com / yourdomain.com / your download page name. So it's going to be DL underscore 1234.html, just like what we named our download page. And while the actual video files are uploading, the reason I went ahead and started renaming this is because while these files are actually uploading, which they actually are done right now, we are going to go through the process of getting our payment button for our sales page so that we can get at least our payment button live and active, so that when we upload that, our sales page is all fully completed and ready and set to go. So we're just gonna that's gonna be our download page. You notice it's / and then your file name, which is that HTML file. Now, one thing, I want to jump back here to FileZilla, because you do notice here that it did actually upload. We do want to also upload with video PLR. Let me point this out from right here. With video private label rights, if you're trying to get people to watch it from the back end of your website, you're going to need to allow them to basically just upload. You need to upload just the file that gets extracted, which is going to include all of these things. It's going to have an HTML document, it's going to have the MP4 video, it's going to have all that stuff that if they were to download, they would just need to click on the HTML file on their computer. But in this case, we need to upload this whole entire directory. So I'm going to just highlight this video directory, and we're going to link this up in both ways on our download page. But just like the other one, it is going to take a little while. So while it's going through that process, we've got our download page link so that we can actually go set up our payment processor, because we do need a payment processor so that we can get paid and all that good stuff. So in this particular example, there are several payment processors that you could use. You could use ClickBank to sell your product from. ClickBank is a very good solution. You could use ClickBank. You could also go out and use PayPal. You could use use ClickBank. You can use PayPal. You can use a variety of different payment options. So there's ClickBank. There's one option you could use. They do cost a fee up front, to get your product live. PayPal is the most economical way to get set up and going. And for the example I'm about to show you, I'm going to actually be using a service called pay.com that actually, and it is as bad as it sounds, pay.com with the .com on it. But PayPal, I just want to show you that if you do not have an account with PayPal, you'll definitely want to get one, because either you're going to want to sell directly through PayPal, which they make it very simple and they'll show you how to do that, or you're going to want to use a service like pay.com, .com. So let's just come in here and let's just go to pay.com.com. And the great thing about them is that your first product to sell through their network is free. Another big positive of their service is it does automatically has a built-in affiliate program, which is so important to getting your product exposure. So at least have a backend, an automatic tracking system. Once you set up your product and you're able to bring on affiliates for that product, it'll actually auto create like a JV page for you. So it really automates a lot of these steps for you, plus gives you a way that you can track sales and still get income, going right into your PayPal account. So you're just going to come on in here to pay.com and sign up if you do not have an account yet. But since we actually do have an account, we're just going to go ahead and log right in. And you'll notice the file here is still uploading. So we're going to finish this process and actually get this loaded up here. So we're just going to go to log in, since I've actually created an account. And once we log in, we're going to want to set up our product and grab our payment link. Now for this step, you don't have to use pay.com. You could have your own merchant account to process payments. You could have merchant accounts allowed to accept credit cards. You could have tocheckout.com. You could have ClickBank. You could be using just straight PayPal. There's lots of different options out there for you to accept money and get paid for your different products. This is just one example of many, and far and above, I also feel that it's very simple to set up. Have no particular great relationship with this company. It's just that this one it's very simple to work with. They do a very awesome job of allowing you to basically track affiliates and things like that. So we're just gonna go ahead and sign in here. And once you sign on in here to pay.com, you're going to come right up here to where it says My Products. You're just going to come right up here to where it says My Products. And what you want to do is go to Create a New Product right up here at the top. And you're just going to go to Create a New Product. And what you're going to do is do your product title. So we'll just call this, for example's sake, Affiliate Marketing Training. And for the product description, we're just going to call this Affiliate Marketing Training Video Course. And you'd want to create something that's more attractive, that might get people to want to click on it, because they also have a big marketplace, kind of like ClickBank. Now this part is where you want to put in your product sales page, which in some cases the sales page will just be your main domain name, whatever your main domain name happens to be. In some cases it's going to be on a separate folder called like, let's just put it right here, yourdomain.com/sales page. It'd be something like that. Now for this particular example, this is the domain I'm using here, and we would just call this sales page. And if you want to track sales pages, you could have like sales page 1, things like that. So this basically means if you have an affiliate refer a link, it's going to direct them to this sales page, which works out good because this is going to be, where I'm actually going to install this particular, install the sales page, so that your squeeze page could be on the front end, so that you can list build, with your squeeze page. Now your product thank you page, that's going to be that download page that we just set up here, as you will recall. So the thank you page would be a page where you could actually grab their name and email, which if you set up your product correctly, you're either going to want to send them straight to your download page, or you're going to want to send them to a separate squeeze page, which could be created just like what you did in Composer. But you could send them to a separate squeeze page so that they are actually, after they buy, they buy their product, they're taken to a page to put in their name and email to register that product. And from there, it would automatically, send out the email saying, hey, thanks for your purchase, and, where do we send your downloads and things like that. But we're just going to actually send them straight to the download page for this example. But it is recommended that you do go ahead and set up a squeeze page there as well. And you can just go ahead and click on Save. And what you're going to do is go to Payment Settings next. And inside here you can promote product using PayPal. From there you're just going to put in your PayPal email address. Now the next thing you're going to do is choose CC. This would basically carbon copy you every time a sale is made, so you don't have to do that step. Product price, let's say it's a large video course, so you could do $97. And the great thing about pay.com, they do give you multiple payment options. You've got a one payment option, a recurring with the trial amount, recurring with all payments being the same, payment plan with trials, payment plan with all payments. Basically, it just gives you several options for your customers where they could pay $7 now and $90 7 days from now. You can kind of toy with that to try to get better conversions. And for this example, we're just going to stick with the one payment option. It is important every time you finish a step that you do click on Save. And this part is very important. This is where you actually set your affiliate payout. So you can actually set how much you're going to pay your affiliates for your product. In most cases it'll be 50%. You could do a flat amount of, let's say, $60 for every sale they refer. You could kind of just play with that and get a good number that looks attractive to people. So we'll just do 50% and go ahead and click on Save. Extra options, and this part's very important. This is where you can choose to redirect buyer directly to PayPal to put in their information. If you did have something set up like you were selling videos, but you were actually also shipping them out through DVDs, you could choose to gather shipping address information if you wanted to. For this example, we don't want to do that. And if you do want to have the affiliate program within pay.com, make sure you choose approve any affiliate by default for this product. So what we're going to do now is just click on save right here, and marketplace location, you do want to display your product in the marketplace so it does show up. And this is why I wanted to show you this example, because they do allow you to actually get your product listed into a marketplace where affiliates and other people might find you. So we're just going to click on save, and at this point we're all done with getting our product set up as far as getting our link now. So now we just want to come up here, click on payment buttons, and when I click on payment buttons, we're going to scroll on down here and we're going to find our product. So we got our $97 affiliate marketing training, and we are going to just select make payment button, and it's going to give you several options as far as how your payment button is going to look. Now we're going to scroll down because we just need the very basic code. We just need basically all we really need here is just a link. Is we just need a straight link here. So I'm going to come down here, and it's going to say code for your site, and inside here it's going to have href and all this kind of stuff. But what you really want to worry about is what's between the quotation marks here, and that is HTTPS, and it'll say pay.com.com. This is your direct payment link. Now if you're using PayPal, your direct link would be that as well. So we're just going to highlight this and choose copy, highlight again, highlight, choose copy, and we're going to come back over here to Composer and look up here. Notice I'm tabbing through here to get my actual squeeze page, sales page, download pages, and I'm going to go to my sales page here, and we're going to scroll all the way down to our buy now button, and you could put in multiple buy now buttons if you wanted to. And I'm just going to highlight the image that's included. If you do not have a buy now button, you could actually just find one online, or you could type out text and put that in there. And we're just going to go to insert link, or you come over here and just click on link right here, and we're just going to link that up and go ahead and click on OK. So now that is set up, and we are just going to go ahead and save this right now. So we've gone ahead and saved that, so that our sales page is, for all intents and purposes, is complete now, because it's now set up to where it's going to take them after they buy to a download page, which is so important. We've gone through, done the modifications on it, and that part is very important. And now they can actually buy the product and invest in it. So that's very key. We've got our squeeze page here all queued up and ready to go. And the next thing we need to go ahead and do now that our files are actually loaded up, you'll notice here they're all loaded up on FileZilla, we need to actually go to our Internet Explorer here and actually find these files. So I'm going to open up a new tab here, and we're just going to go to our site here, IMTech trainingcourse.com/PLR setup. And inside here we've got our folder called download videos. Now inside here, this is the best way to do it, is just set it up as like, in the index directory or something like that. Or just look at here is where they're set up, because every folder you go through is actually going to be basically be a new / within the domain. So you start with your main domain here, so we're just going to go to, and then we'll do / and notice here it's in the file called PLR Setup. So we're going to type that out there, / DL videos, that's another part of the folder it's in. And then the final thing that you need after you've got through all the folders is you need the actual file name, which in this case is getting underscore started dot zip. Getting underscore started dot zip. And then the next thing you need to do is just copy this one because you're going to use this one for several examples. And inside this folder, you'll remember that there is another folder called / getting underscore started. And inside that folder, we need to call out the HTML file because that's what they're going to use to actually watch it. So for this particular example, it's going to just be .html, getting underscore started .html. And this would allow them to watch it online. Now, this process for getting your file names and things like that is very similar if you're using a PDF, and I'll just show you that real quickly. Like let's say we want to just download, open up our PDF here. So we're just going to upload that. Notice it's giving me the status symbol there. We're just going to put our link right here, and we're going to look for our file name. Let's see. And there it is, 1K blueprint new PDF.pdf. So there we have it. So that is our actual file name now for like our PDF if we were going to do that. So this is basically going to be what your file names will look like. So you've got to link directly to the particular files. With video PLR, most of the time you just want to give them like a zip file so they can just go and download the file. So we need to go here to Composer, and what we need to do now is just highlight this, go to Insert, Link, and go ahead and put in that information and click on OK. Now the next thing you want to do here is just go click here to watch step number 1 video. And you can just highlight that one, come over here to your notepad file and link directly to that again. And just go to Insert, Link, and just paste that in there. And that's to actually watch the video online. Now if you do want to test that out to make sure that is working, you could just paste in that link, and you should see something like this, like created with Camtasia, and that would ensure that your video is going to play correctly for your customers. So they could actually go through the process, of getting started and all that. So there's that part of it, and you'll notice how that looks up. Of course, you would link up the additional videos you have, so you could just go through here. And I like to create, little templates for myself. So you could go here and just, keep on going down the list till you've linked everything up. You're going to download the files the same, and all that. So you're just going to link all those files up here, and just keep going down the list. So next one would be video number 2, watch step number 2. Click here to watch step number 2 video online. And now what you're going to do is go ahead and save your download page. So we're just going to save that download page. And so now our download page is all ready to go, and it is all loaded up here. So our download page is going to be located at, in your case it'd be your domain, but now we're going to be putting it on the site called imtechtrainingcourse.com. And we're very close now to actually getting this product set up, believe it or not. Now we do need to set up one more download page, and that is actually our squeeze page download file. So we're just going to open that up real quick. Your affiliate marketing report. And then right here, where it says click here to download your free gift now, this would be where you would just go ahead and insert your free gift. You're just going to go to, which would be a PDF in this particular example. So now you've got your squeeze page, download page all set up. And you could keep, the name as it is. You can go to File, Save As, call it something different if you really want to. And right here, you could put in a link to your, basically to your main product if you wanted to. So you could highlight all this and go to Insert, Link, and you're just going to put in your name, your domain. So that way, after they get the free offer, they're also going to be given the opportunity, to click here and be taken over to invest in your product, hopefully. So right here, you're just going to highlight this and link it directly to your sales page, and this is on your squeeze page, download page. So below you'll find the download links for the free report. And this is your squeeze page download. So we're going to need to write down what this URL is going to be, and it is called squeeze page download. So let's just come here, and again, this is called imtechtrainingcourse.com/squeeze underscore page underscore download 1.html. And you can see that actually up here within your composer. You'll notice up here at the very top, they'll tell you what your file names are going to be. So this is your squeeze page download. This is going to be your sales page download. And your main squeeze page is going to be found here. And then your sales page is going to be found here. Now we're going to go ahead and upload all these files and then check and make sure they're live, and then we're just going to do the final process, which is to go ahead and add in our follow-up sequence. Add in our follow-up sequence to our Aweber. Now where I say I'm Tech Training Course, that would be substituted with like your domain. And remember, these links down here are like your actual file name, so what your different files might look like. If it's a PDF, if it's a video you're letting them watch online, if it's a zipped up PDF, or if it happens to be like a zipped up video, that would go there. And you upload all your videos the exact same way. You just upload all of them. But it is good to have like a notepad file, because it is very easy to get confused with all these links and things like that. So let's go ahead here to FileZilla now, and let's just go ahead to the PLR setup, where actual content is going to be, and let's just go ahead and link this up how we want it to go. So we're just going to browse over here. Remember, the left side is our computer, and we want to actually go to first upload our squeeze page. So let's just go ahead here with our squeeze page, and we just want to go ahead and upload that. So let's just go to FileZilla here, right click and choose upload. And notice we're also uploading the images with it. Now, since we want our squeeze page to be our main index, what we want to do is actually change that name to just index.htm, and that's going to automatically set it up so that when they go to your main domain name, it's going to take them straight on to the squeeze page. And right here, we need to go to create directory, and we need to create a sales page directory. And we need to double click, so inside the sales page directory we can actually set up our sales page, which is identified by an index file again, which is exactly what we want, because we want them to be able to go to the file /sales page to get access to that directory. So it's just going to take a moment for the files to upload. All I'm doing here is hitting the control key to highlight multiple options, files to upload, right clicking and choosing upload, and that gets that content uploaded. So now we need to go back to our main directory here, which in this case would be like your main domain, or the domain that you're working from. and we need to go ahead and we've uploaded our files. Notice we've got our download section here. We've actually need to now go ahead and upload like our download pages. So we need to upload our sales page download files first. So let's just upload that and our squeeze page file. Okay, so that is all uploaded now. So we've got our sales page, we've got our squeeze page, we've got both download pages, and everything should be set up now. So let's just go ahead and give this a test. So let's go ahead and test this out. Now remember, this one should actually be uploading our files here. Notice for some reason here it looks like our squeeze page showed up good, our image did not. So that tells us we need to come in here and edit something in here. So inside here, I see what the problem is. We'll just need to edit that so it just says, so it goes to koala. Okay, so we just need to edit that koala.jpg, and we just need to upload that file here. Okay, so let's go find our squeeze page now. And that should be all uploaded now, so let's just go ahead and refresh that, and you'll notice our image now shows up. So the squeeze page is now set up, and you can come through here and check this out if you want to. And you notice it'll tell you to come in here. So that just took you over to Aweber. So that part is set up correctly. Now, if that was my email, I could go check that email out, and it would take me on in, to confirm and all that. So that part looks like it's set up correctly. So the squeeze page looks good. We'll come in here and go to sales page, make sure that's set up correctly. You'll notice here the image shows up, and you might want to make your images smaller so they load quicker. You'll notice you can scroll through here, you can make edits if you need to. We're just going to attempt to buy this, so notice it's going to take us to checkout with PayPal, and this part will take just a moment. So there it is. It is taking us to PayPal. If you have an account, it would let you log in, or they could pay with the debit card or credit card there. So you can get paid multiple ways that way. So that part seems to be working. The other thing that we need to check out is just our download pages. So let's just come here and grab those real quick. And that's why it's good to put them in a notepad file so you can easily test these things out, make sure they're loaded up correctly. Let's see here. Let's see, looks like our squeeze page download wasn't set up correctly. And that's why you test these things, just to make sure they are showing up correctly. Alright, there it is. So this would be like our squeeze page download is right here. And then you've got your sales page, and in here you've actually got your product page. And I just put them into a subfolder, which is why I'm having to add that extra folder there for them to show up. And there it is. This would be like their product download page. Now, of course, you might have more videos than this. Now you can test it out by just clicking here, and they should be able to start watching that video online, which is great. Or they could actually click here and download it to your computer or to their computer, so you can test that part out. So the only other thing that we need to do now to really make sure this process is set up and working is to go back to Aweber and add in the link so that once they confirm, they're taken to get their download. So we're going to come up to the list here that we set up, and we're going to go to confirmed opt-in, which is step 2. So go to my list and list settings and go to confirmed opt-in, and where it says success page and confirmation page, you want to send them to the squeeze page download to get the free product. And you just want to come on in here and choose save list settings. Go ahead and select save list settings, and next what will happen there is once they click on confirm, it's going to take them straight to their download page for that product. Now the next thing you want to do is go to messages and follow up, and this is where you want to add in a new follow-up message, and you want to come in here and say your free downloads. And this basically would send them an automatic email after they opt in, so hello, and you can personalize it by putting first name fix. So just choose personalize and select your name. Thank you for downloading your free report. Please find it at the link below. If you are real serious about growing your business, I have a more in-depth training found at, and then you could put your sales found here, and then you could put in your link to your sales page, or wherever you have that. Thank you, and then you can put your name in there. And then go ahead and choose save message, and you could choose to track links or not on those messages. It's completely up to you, and just choose save your message. So what will happen here is automatically after they confirm, they're going to be sent this message with their download to make sure they got it okay, and if they did not get it, then they'll have it, and then also it gives them it gives you a chance to sell your product. Now if you did get follow-up messages, you can just go here to add new follow-up message, and we'll just call this follow-up number 1, and we'll just come down here, and I do most of the work inside plain text. You could do it in HTML, however you want to do that. That's completely up to you. This is your follow-up message number 1. And then you can copy and paste the content if you have one. If you don't have one, you could do a follow-up that kind of pre-sells people. Hey, just wanted to make sure you had a chance to look at your free product. I know you're serious about your internet business, and I have a 12-part video course. I have a 4-part video course. I have a more in-depth ebook that I wanted to share with you. Things like that. And then you can come down here. Now this part's important, the interval. You can pick to send this out 1 day after the first one, 7 days after the first one, 3 days, 2 days. You could send it out once a day, basically for the next week. You could only deliver your message on certain days of the week. If you really wanted to get serious, there's just lots of different features here. With your follow-up messages, and this is automated marketing at its best, because once you set up these automated messages, if you set up the right sequence in there, it could actually bring a nice consistent additional revenue stream, and all you really need to focus on is getting traffic to your squeeze page and get people to opt in for your free offer, so that the follow-up message will drip feed them into buying your particular PLR product, and you can do a series of 7 of them, 10 of them, 5 of them, 1 of them. It's completely up to you. You can just set the intervals there, and select Save Messages. And you could envision if you had enough of these set up, follow-up sequences, you wouldn't have to, it's pretty set and forget, and all you need to worry about is getting traffic again to this one page so that you can build up your email list. So that's the process of setting up your product step by step from start to finish. I apologize if I went fast. The good news for you is that this is a video, so you can go back and actually rewind and watch some of these steps again in more detail. But this is the entire process to get a private label rights product live and on the internet. So this is the exact steps that you would follow.